Bangladesh probably is one of the most repressive state in Asia in respect of enforced disappearances. It's a full-blown situation. Bangladesh has also a very high number of extrajudicial executions and police torture. Since we don't have freedom of expression, association and assembly, the newspapers cannot report also, media cannot report.
I was recently in Bangladesh to report about the political situation in the country ahead of the elections that are supposed to be held later this year. Now that was about the same time that Wilhelm was in Iraq and Syria. If you haven't seen his videos from there, you can find them up here. I was in Bangladesh on assignment for Swedish radio, so I was there by myself doing some radio features that are going to be aired over the next 2 weeks. And I thought I would just take the time to briefly bring you up to speed on what is happening in Bangladesh and why I went there. So the guy you heard in the beginning, that is Adilur Rahman Khan, who runs a human rights organization called Odikar. Now they are under extreme pressure from the government. They have a hard time to even function. They cannot get outside funding. They are doing their best still to, under this pressure, to gather data about the state repression that is going on. Now what's happening in Bangladesh? The opposition leader has been in jail since February. There has been over 5,000 arrests and disappearances of opposition figures, activists, supporters. And so I went there to speak to some of these dissenting voices.
Let me tell you, Bangladesh has become a classical Orwellian state. I mean, that is what is happening today. I mean, there is no security of any dissenting voice in this country. Extrajudicial killings and enforced disappearances is happening every single day in this country. Nobody is safe. And under the present situation, what is happening? There is only one party, they are controlling everything.
I also spoke to student activists. Sadly, as I'm sitting here and editing these radio features, I hear the news that several of these student activists have either been attacked or arrested. One of the people I interviewed was Mohammed Rashed Khan. He's one of the people who has organized students recently protesting against government policies. He's now been arrested under Information Communication Technology Act, which is a notorious law for silencing dissenting voices. Another person I interviewed was Nurul also a joint convener of these protests. And about a week ago, he was beaten mercilessly. There are several videos out there of the beating. You can see people who, according to Bangladeshi media reports, are students from the government party's student wing, the Bangladesh Chhatra League, who are kicking Nurul Haque while he's down. And there's been a flood of these videos on social media showing many other student leaders who are attacked by these government thugs. And it's sad, and it really shows how violent politics are in Bangladesh, which obviously doesn't bode well for the election later this year. I'm gonna keep editing now and wrap up the radio features. The first one will be out probably today on Swedish radio, so if you're in Sweden, tune in to channel 1, P1, to hear that later today. But for now, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care.